Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important example for template driven form, where we will see how we can validate the date field when you are creating a template driven form. Okay, so I'll explain you like how to add the validation like required and min and max date and all these kind of information. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then things would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use date input validation for template driven forms. Now what I'll do, like in this session, like we will go step by step. Firstly, I'll explain you the requirement. Then as per the requirement, we will write the logic, and one by one we will verify the same. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So as I mentioned, like if you follow it sequentially, then it would be really very easy for you, because these things are all in basic to advanced level. And for that, like you can refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. Okay, and available in both Hindi as well as English language. Alright, so now I think we are good to start with the session. Here you can see, firstly we are in app.component.html file, where I have noted down two headings. First heading is Angular course by Sharmit. Second heading is template driven form example in Angular date input validation. Okay, so we have these two things. Now next what we will do here, we will simply add one horizontal row so that the headings will be separated out from the actual form. Now after this, what we will do here, we will simply add one form, and in this form we will mention here template driven, like this is a template driven form, so we will add template reference variable. So let's add it as my form, then equal, and here we will write ng form. Okay, then we will mention here ng submit equal, and then we will write here on submit, and in on submit I will write my form. Okay, so this is the thing. Now after this, what we will be doing, we will be writing the required things like labels and all, right? So let's design the form. So firstly I will add the label here. In label I will write select date. Okay, now after this, what we will do here, we will simply add one input type, input field. Okay, so let me add input field here, input, and then here I will write firstly the type. In type I will write submit, then we will write here name. In name I will write select date. Okay, or maybe we can make it a selected date. Let me clear it. Selected date. Okay, after this we will write here ng model re, then required required, then we will set the min date and max date. So for that you can simply write like this. Okay, and here you have to assign one variable that we will declare later. Okay, so min date. Likewise we will define for max date. Here I will write max date. Okay, and then we will add here template reference variable, that is date field. Okay, and here I will write ng model. It should be inside this box, otherwise it will throw error. Okay, fine. Now you can see there are 4 errors. It is highlighting 4 things: ng form, on submit, and min date. Why it is showing min date? Yeah, it is also not defined, na? So min date and also max date. Why we are putting everything outside code? Yeah, fine. So these are the things that we have not added, because we haven't added form module, we haven't declared the submit form function method, right? And also we have not added this two things, min date and max date variable. So that we will add later, no worries. But before that, let's complete the HTML part first. because these things are related, those things are related to the component.ts file, so we will not add that right now. I'll firstly add the error details. So here I will write error messages. Okay, then we will write here div, and this div will help us to define the things. So firstly I will add here ng if equal date field dot invalid. Okay, 2 time ampersand date field dot touched. Okay, so this is the thing. Now after this, what I'll do here, I will add one small, or maybe paragraph if you want. So let's add paragraph. In this paragraph I will write star ng if again, okay, and inside this is star ng if we will mention date field dot errors question mark dot required. Okay, and the message for this, maybe we can add that date is required, something like that, so that you can add here date is required. Okay, then next what we will do here, we will add one paragraph tag, and in this paragraph tag, what we will add here, we will add here ng if, and then we will mention date field dot errors question mark dot, and here I will set min. Okay, so here we will add the message date must be after, and then min date, which we will add in the component file. Okay, likewise we can add for max date. So let's add the paragraph for max date as well. So here I will write star ng if, okay, and then we will write here date field dot errors dot, then we will write here min, okay, and then we will mention here date must be in case of must be, yeah, in case of it must be before, and then max date. Perfect. So this thing is ready. Now it's time to add the button. So to add the button, let's go out of the div, add here one horizontal row, and then you can add the button. So button, here I will write submit. If you want to keep it disabled, so you can firstly write the type submit, and then you can add disabled, but it should be in the square brackets, disabled my form dot invalid. In case of invalid, it will be disabled. Perfect. So everything is ready except these required things should be in component.ts file. So let's go there, and one by one we will define the things. So we will go to app.component.ts. Firstly clear this ng if. Here I will write in imports forms module, then ng if. Perfect. So you can see 5 errors are remaining. Now to resolve these 5 errors, firstly we will add one min date max date here. So min date, okay, and in case of min date, like you can simply put any random date. In my case I will put something like this, 2020 0101. Okay, and after that we will write here max date equal 2030 01 2030 12 and 31. Perfect, and then you can save it. So these two dates are ready. Now after this, what we will do, we will define the method. Now you can see only one error is remaining. Why? Because method is not defined. So for that we will write here on submit. Here I will write form, then in form we will mention ng form, okay, and then we will define it like this. And here inside this we will just simply console the message console.log, and inside this we will mention form date selected, okay, comma, and then here we will write form dot value. Perfect. Now you can save it and we are good with it. So now after this, what we will do, we will write here ng-serve -- open, enter, and then simply press enter and you will see the browser will open, and there we will verify the thing. Now here is one thing I want to mention, because here you can see it is okay, something is wrong here. We made some mistakes, so let's go there and see. I think in type we made some mistake. You can see here we mentioned type as submit. So what do you think? Submit should be there? No, it's not submit. Okay, so that is why like we were getting the correct wrong data, so it should be date only. Perfect. Now it's okay. So now you can see it, but it is showing date picker. So due to which like there are few validation, like for example, if I touch this and I didn't fill the date, it will show this error, which is expected, and also it is disabled, date is required. Now if I go to 20, let me correct 2030 01 and 01, and then if I try to submit it, okay, now after this like 20, yeah, so you can see if I submit this, let me fix it first. So basically if I submit it, let's go to inspect, go to console, and here you will find selected date is this. Okay, so this is how it works. Like you can just change the required validation as per your requirement, but overall steps like you have to follow in the same way like which I just shown here. Okay, and in the next session we'll discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.